guys. I hope you're all doing well. I am doing well. I just have a small cold or something, yeah. But I'm doing well. It's been long and I love my makeup. Look at it. Oh my god, it looks so amazing. So I'm here to talk about something that is very important and I got to learn it. Not the hard way, but almost the hard way. So, when God calls you to obedience, you literally have to obey. And when God calls you to obedience, He will make sure that all the other routes that you're trying to use so that you may go against God's obedience, they are literally closed. And this one is like the example about Jonah and Nineveh. He was sent by God to go to Nineveh. But what did he do? He decided, you know what? We jipange mzae, mi siendi. But then, what happened? He was swallowed by a fish for a whole 3 days. And so I remembered I was in a point whereby God was calling me to do something or to be somewhere. And I was like, you know what? Me, I want to do it. I will not go. I tried my own ways. I tried all ways possible to make sure that I don't do it. But then at the end of it all, even that thing ilikuwa inashinda tu ikinisumbua, it was disturbing my mind time and time again. But then at the end of it all, I was like, you know what? This is something that I've been called to do. And so I had to do it. It doesn't matter whether you're in that season whereby you are okay or you're not. You can't be in a place whereby you're obeying God just because things are going well for you. Even in that time of trials, even in that time of waiting, even in that time where things are not going well, you still have to obey God. I know it doesn't usually make sense, but you literally have to obey God no matter the circumstance. Because for me, I was always in that place whereby I was always obeying God when things were going well in my life. But the moment when things are not going well and I'm angry at God and I don't think like God is listening to me, of course, I've been in that position whereby I would want to rebel. But God, even yesterday when I went to worship night, the preacher actually was speaking to me. And he was saying that, you know what? It doesn't matter which time or season you are in. You still have to obey God. I know it doesn't make sense, but at the end of it all, you'll come back with a testimony and you'll come back with a lot of, like, you look back at the time that you're waiting or you're in your time of trials and temptation and you obeyed God, and you'll never regret that situation. You never regret the fact that you obeyed God, because I've never seen a person who has ever said, I regret obeying God. I regret obeying God the times that I was going through it. I regret obeying God during my trials and temptations. Most of them are usually like, you know what? I actually thank God that I was able to obey Him, that He made me obey Him in that type of season, in that time and season, because I can be able to see the fruits. Because everything happens for a reason. And you may not be able to see the reason now, but later on, it is going to make sense. So it's always a call for us to always obey God. Because you see, Zechariah was always obeying God, was still serving God. Even in the moment whereby he was childless, he did not have a child, he was there always praying to God for a child. Look what happened. He obeyed God, he was in his season of waiting, and he birthed John the Baptist. So it doesn't matter the kind of season that you're in, because most of the time, we'll be there, God, you've done everything good for me. God, you've given me all that I need. Now I think I can be able to obey you. But also in the time of your waiting, in the season of you waiting, in the season of you always crying to God and praying to God, and in your season of your trials and temptations, always obey God. I know it doesn't make sense, but it's very important for you to always obey God. If He has sent you to do something, do it. If He has destined for you to be in this type of place, this time and season, please make a point to be there in that time and season. That's it for me. Thank you for staying until the end of the video, and please always make sure you obey God. Always obey God. It doesn't matter how everything is going well, it doesn't matter whether things are making sense, but always obey God. That's it for me. Bye.